Hi everyone, I am back to explain my data and talk about my graph. So I will go to my slides here and show you. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, so I will be talking about my individual data that I took on myself throughout the study. Here you can see my graph. This is the graph of all of my data throughout the study. You can see that in the beginning, my activity was very low, less than 2,000 steps per day. So I work in an office setting where I sit for the majority of my day. I'm at work from about 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. daily. Once I return home, I'm usually sitting at my personal desk, completing assignments for classes or finishing up work I have brought home from my job. So not quite as active as I could be. This is my raw data. Here you can see all of the data from the beginning to the end. Sorry. It's striking how little I walked during baseline. I was quite challenged to incorporate such a large increase in activity in my fairly sedentary routine. By baseline 2, I had joined the gym where I was able to walk on a treadmill while reading necessary readings for coursework and such, so that sort of helped out. So I chose to use 2 different pedometer devices to record data. I chose not to use an application on my phone as I found it difficult to keep my phone on my person throughout the day. The step tracker wristband worn on my wrist all day, every day. I also used a Pinko clip-on pedometer on certain days to check for IOA. Here you can see that they were pretty well close to matching step records. Again, this is continued data showing how closely my 2 devices measured my steps during baseline and intervention phases. And this concludes my IOA data. I continue to collect IOA data throughout each phase to increase treatment fidelity and ensure proper implementation of the treatment. Some thoughts and conclusions. So some questions that I asked myself were, how did the match deposit intervention affect my motivation to meet daily and weekly activity goals? So my answer to that would be, it greatly affected my motivation. I mean, depositing $60 is, $60. It's a night out. It's a movie. It's, it's a good amount of money for me to have a good time and, enjoy myself. So it really did increase my motivation. The second question, how would my motivation be affected once the study was over? I wasn't quite sure how it would be affected, but once I got started, it seemed a lot easier. I wasn't as motivated because, of course, after the study was over, I wasn't earning money, of course. The third question, did my participation in this study increase my overall awareness of daily activity and how it affects my health in general? I would have to say yes. I did join a gym. It was just too difficult for me to meet the step requirements on my own. I would just have to walk around my neighborhood a ton to meet those steps. It was just easier for me to multitask and to walk on a treadmill. And I've gotten used to it. And so now that's just what I'm doing. So it does make me feel better. It makes me sleep better. And I can definitely tell a difference. The fourth question was I surprised by my data and why? I would say yes. I was very surprised. I was surprised that I didn't walk more than I did for my first baseline. I was really shocked to see the big difference and see, how hard it was going to be for me to meet those goals. Now that I've been doing it, it's not such a big deal. But anyhow, that is my data. and I hope you enjoy our presentation. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I'm McGuire. Thank you so much.